Hey, welcome back to LiveLeanTV. I'm Jessica Guthrow. Today we're going to talk about cellulite, why it's there, how you can reduce it, the best plan of action, and all of that. So stay tuned. Ladies, you feel me here. We have to deal with cellulite more so than guys do because women just naturally have a higher body fat percentage. It has to do with our hormonal makeup, and it's really like a biological reason because we are the bearer of children, and that's why we need to have more insulation on our body. You actually don't want to have 0% body fat, and a lot of women think that they do, but in reality you won't look as feminine and soft. But of course I understand that women also don't want to have cellulite and like pockets of fat on them and, you know, just things to be embarrassed about. And I totally understand being embarrassed about cellulite because mine used to be a lot worse. My cellulite was so much more apparent, and to the point that I wouldn't wear short shorts. I would wear pants all the time, and I just felt really embarrassed about anyone seeing that, or just the fact that it was there. I hated how my thighs looked when I was sitting down. So I totally get the feeling of wanting to get rid of your cellulite. So that's what this video is going to be all about. I'm going to give you exact strategies to help you reduce the look of it, talk about the best exercises for it, and specifically 5 things that you can do to get to where I'm at now, which I'm going to show you. This is really embarrassing, you guys. I can't even believe I took this video and I'm putting it on YouTube. It kind of blows my mind that I'm so comfortable with my body now that I'm willing to do this, because in the past I never would have done this. I wouldn't have shown it to even my husband, let alone like thousands of you guys. So I want you to get to that level where you may still have a little bit of cellulite like you'll see on my body, but it doesn't cripple you, it doesn't embarrass you anymore, and you just like can accept it and embrace it. So you'll see in these clips right here. Okay, ready, go. So here goes, proof that I have cellulite. A lot of people look at me and think, oh, how do you not have any cellulite? Where's the cellulite? You're so fit. So I'm gonna get a little cheeky with you here and show you that it is still there even though you can't really see it. And the way I'm standing here smooths it out because I'm kind of sticking my butt out a little bit, but look at this. I flex and you can see it, and then when I squeeze the skin in that area you can really see it. So you can definitely see there are still dimples all around my butt and upper thigh areas. See, when I squeeze it you can really see that, and that it's still jiggly. A lot of people think when you have muscle you're just super firm all the time, but when you relax you can really shake it. Now the reason I had to show you guys that was to get you over the embarrassment about it and realize that even when you are very fit you can still have a little bit of it. So it's not that we're getting rid of your cellulite completely, because that's not going to happen. Just as a woman, having a healthy body fat percentage, like I said, not too lean, but lean enough to where you look toned, you still, I mean, cellulite is just going to be a part of your body. It's just a feminine thing, and it's just the way it is. So don't be embarrassed of it. Realize that that little bit of fat on your bum gives you a sexier look than if you had no fat at all. In today's video I'm going to share with you the 5 tips that can get you to that point with your cellulite where it's at like minimal and you have to actually like work hard to even see that it's there. When I first started trying to get rid of my thigh fat and slim down and tone up, I thought it was all about weight loss. I was obsessed with the number on the scale, and everything I did was in an effort to lose another pound. I thought that once I reached that perfect number on the scale that all the cellulite would be gone, and I was so wrong. You need to focus on your body composition change. That means lowering your body fat percentage while sometimes gaining or maintaining your current weight. Your body weight can stay the same or even rise as your body fat decreases. A lot of people have this nickname for cellulite called cottage cheese thighs. So that's when you see like dimples on the back of your legs and your bum, and this is due to the connective tissue kind of pulling where your fat is stored on your butt and thighs. And because the butt and thighs tend to be the area where the most fat will store and sit there, that's why you see it the most on this area. Now of course the more fat that you have on your body, the more likely you are to see cellulite, but as you guys probably know, a lot of slim women can still have cellulite too, because it's not just the fat that's making the cellulite appear. It's also a lack of muscle tissue underneath. So just check out this example really quick. I'm going to show you this empty bag, and you can see when there's nothing inside, it's kind of crinkly, lumpy, dimply. That's because there's nothing to fill it out. So when I move it around, you see lumps and bumps and crinkles. Now if I stuff this pillow inside, the pillow represents filling out your skin with muscle. So stuffing this pillow inside, you see it smooths out the bag, and even though there are still a little bit of lumps and bumps, and even when you move it around it can still crinkle, it looks a lot smoother. So hopefully you're starting to understand that by adding muscle underneath your skin, you can smooth out the look of cellulite just by filling out the area. Muscle helps tremendously with smoothing out the look of cellulite. No matter what weight you are, when you have more muscle underneath your skin, your cellulite will look smoother than when you have less muscle. So number one thing is to build more lean muscle, especially in your lower body and your butt and legs. I want to show you real quick 3 of my favorite exercises that can help you build more muscle specifically in this area. These are hamstring and glute focus exercises, and these you can even do at home. The first one is the hamstring curl, and I'm going to show you 3 different variations of this, but this is the most user-friendly that you can do with no equipment at all. I'm sure everybody has a towel in their house, and you can find some kind of smooth wood or something smooth floor surface where you can slide that towel back and forth with your heels. If that's too hard to do with both legs, try it just with one leg at a time. So making a bridge with your other leg and then sliding out and back with one leg at a time, and really just focus on flexing that hamstring and targeting that area that has the most cellulite. You can also try this if you have a resistance band. Just loop it underneath your heel and then in your toes of your other leg and curl it up towards your butt and flex one hamstring at a time. This is really effective. Even if you're just using a light stretch band like this one, you should really feel your hamstring kind of burning. And then the third version is to do the Swiss ball hamstring curl. So I'm doing this in the gym, but you can do it at home if you have a Swiss ball, and you just put your heels on the ball and then curl it towards you while you lift your hips up and flex all of those muscles. So you can do this with one leg at a time. This actually makes it harder, so more challenging if you want to take it up to the next level. Lift one leg straight up in the air and then just curl one leg at a time. And these are really hard, so I usually just do like 5 reps per side. Now the second type of exercise I recommend is a glute bridge, and you can do this in a variety of different ways. Here I'm just showing you the basic standard glute bridge that you do laying on the floor. So just make sure that your heels are lined up directly under your knees and put your arms down on the side for support and press your hips up toward the ceiling while you squeeze your butt muscles. And here I'm adding weight to this. This is how you progress this to make it more effective over time. You can start with a 5-pound dumbbell, increase to 8, increase to 10, and just work your way up over time. Here I'm using a 35-pound dumbbell. Just please make sure when you're doing these, don't overarch your back. Focus on the butt and hamstring area and flexing those muscles. The third type of exercise I highly recommend for reducing cellulite is the stiff leg deadlift, and specifically the stiff leg version because I feel like this targets the hamstrings even more than a traditional deadlift. And here I'm showing you the home version using a resistance band, but I also like to do these in the gym using dumbbells and or barbells. And it's just really important to get that hip hinge really deep. So as you're bending forward, make sure that your back stays straight. This is essential. No rounding of the back. You should feel a stretch in your butt and hamstrings. And then when you come to the top, really tighten and flex all of those muscles. Again, you should start with light or no weight and work your way up over time. So now that you know which exercises are the best to fill out that area by building lean muscle under there, then you also want to make sure that you're using these on a regular basis. And that means like a couple of times a week, not just occasionally. So make sure that you're training your butt and legs at least 3 times a week, I think, in order to see improvement in the area. If you just train your butt like once a week or once a month, you're really not going to see much change. But if you start doing it 3 times a week or more, you will see dramatic improvement. Tip number 2 to improve your cellulite is to improve your blood circulation, and working out like I just talked about definitely helps with that, especially when you're doing targeted butt and thigh exercises. But I'm also talking about doing cardio and just being more active in your life instead of sitting so much on your butt. So it's just like right now I'm sitting on my butt, it's all like deactivated. Just get up, stand more, walk around more. That's going to help the blood flow through that area and help reduce the appearance of cellulite as well. So just make sure you're not sitting for more than 3 to 4 hours at a time. You can set a timer if you're at work to remind you to get up and walk around a little bit. Just move more, flex your butt muscles more often. And tip 3 is to increase your hydration. So make sure you're drinking a lot of water, because this is going to help fill up your muscle volume as well. So in another way that helps make your butt look more plump and more round because it's hydrated. Like a flat, saggy butt is a dehydrated butt, and you want a firm, perky butt, so you got to fill it up with water. Make sure you're drinking at least half your body weight in ounces of water per day. The number 4 tip to help reduce your cellulite is to include high intensity cardio training in your routine. And I do think that high intensity is going to give you an advantage over low intensity, and this can be done in a variety of ways, but just making sure sure that you spike your heart rate and then you let yourself rest. Do that in any way that works for you. So body weight cardio, you could do circuit training cardio, you could do treadmill cardio, sprints, stairs, whatever you want to do. All forms of high intensity cardio are going to help you reduce your body fat percentage, which in turn kind of reduces your cellulite as well. The main reason I like HIIT over low intensity steady state is because it helps you retain your muscle while burning your fat. Always make sure that you're sustaining that lean muscle that you're working so hard to build. And lastly, our fifth tip to reduce your cellulite is to get yourself on a solid eating plan. For me, it's been a complete game changer to get away from the mindset of dieting and into the mindset of just like eating well, like daily, you know? I can't emphasize this enough, but living lean is just about eating good food, not about going on a starvation diet or restricting yourself from everything yummy. You need to get yourself on a structured meal plan, meaning you know what's for breakfast every day, you know, like roughly, you know, it doesn't have to be exact every day, but you just have similar breakfast, lunch, and dinner every single day, and you know you're getting enough protein and you're getting enough vegetables and you're getting the right nutrients you need and the right macro split that works for your body and all of that stuff. So instead of just winging it every day, waking up, I don't know what I'm gonna eat today, have a plan for yourself and follow it consistently. So I'll cut the video here, but I hope these tips were super duper helpful for you and you will no longer feel like embarrassed and just stuck with your cellulite, because there are things you can do to reduce it. You can take action, you can change your body composition. All of this is possible, and we have the programs to show you how. I highly recommend my Build a Butt Extreme as the best program I have to target this area and help you get rid of cellulite. Find that program, get on it, start eating right, and you are going to see results. I can't wait to see your progress pictures, and I'll see you guys at the next video. In the meantime, keep living lean.